me that you love me every day. Oh shit.
Whoa! Yeah!
Oh shit.
Oh! I got spandex pants on right now.
I want your love. I need your love. Oh shit.
Woo!
And I want it to be real. I want your love. Give me your love. And I owe you so much. Italy.
Yeah.
A-E-I-O-U. You. Oh shit.
A-E-I-O-U.
Do that. It's ready. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, what an opening.
Hold on, let me pause this song. Okay. The Church of What's Happening Now is presented by Onnit. I was just saying today that I'm growing to love my Hello Tushy more and more every day. I can't live without it. And you know what, guys? Bidets are back. The Church of What's Happening Now is proud to present you to HelloTushy.com. HelloTushy.com makes portable devices that spray your butt clean with water. That's right, it sounds funny, but it's completely true. Go to HelloTushy.com/church right now to get 10% off of your order.
Where's that music, Lee? Kick that fucking mule, cocksucker. It's the Church of What's Happening Now. Hit it, Lee. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Wednesday, January 4th, bitches. The day the devil was buried at sea. Uncle Joey, Nick DeTuro, my main man Lee Sayat and shit. Oh shit. Why fuck around? It's Thursday morning. Take a chance. Columbus did, bitches. Oh shit.
Freeze it.
Time to bring out the Gorilla Biscuits. Here we go. Here we go, cocksuckers.
Let's go.
And you thought it was going to be a blasé type of fucking day.
Yeah.
What's up, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here. My main man, Nick DeTuro. And the fucking flying Jew himself, Lee Sayat. Hanukkah's over. Yom Kippur is over. Fuck it. Lent is on the way, Lee. It ain't your type of season.
There's nothing to look forward to. All we have is Passover, and that sucks.
What are you going to do? What's happening, Nicky?
All right, buddy. Great to be here.
Great to have you.
Let's make it a better year.
Showed up with wine, bread, fucking sauce. We're going deep into the murky waters. We've been eating stars. Lee didn't get sick tonight. They were out of chocolate. He
thank
lucked
God.
out. They were out of these.
I told you I tried my first chocolate in Seattle.
And what'd you think? So in Seattle, you just walk in on this from the street.
Yeah, you just walk in. It said, it just said, like, you know, I don't know what it just looked like, it said, come in.
And you lived in downtown, so you were
No,
downtown?
I was in the suburbs, Kent, Washington.
Kent, Washington.
Yeah, it
I
was
know
like
what
right
is.
up the street.
I got arrested there.
Did you?
Yeah, one of those places.
It's
For possession of stolen car, but the car wasn't stolen. They had to let me go after 3 days.
They didn't let you go.
But they kept me in there for 72 fucking hours because they pinched me on a Friday, those cocksuckers.
Yeah, but that's why you got to make a move so you don't have to spend the whole weekend and
No, I had to go up in front of a judge.
You know, my cousin one time, he made out that he was having a heart attack on a Friday. He got pinched, so then he spent the whole weekend. He threw himself on the ground and faked a heart attack, and then because he knew he would have been in jail all weekend.
It sucks dick.
I know, but
That's
probably
terrible when you got plans and shit for the weekend, and all of a sudden, there you are in county jail at 6 o'clock and shit.
Oh my god!
Your fucking
I
page
wouldn't
is
know.
going off. Oh my god!
I wouldn't know.
I got pinched on Fridays for like fucking years. The worst one was I got paid, and I was with my girlfriend. Also in the fucking car wash, she starts a fight, and she rips up half the fucking check, and I take it from her, and some guy goes, "Hey, leave her alone. I didn't do nothing." I just
You were
took
having
her
a fight, and then somebody.
Yeah, in Seattle, and I had to hide in the dumpster, and the cops were looking for me all afternoon. And when I got out of the dumpster, I walked 10 feet, and there the cops waiting for me.
Wow.
What a fucking nightmare.
Seattle's a freaking strange town.
I'm not allowed back up
No, I
there.
got used to it, but it's a strange.
It's strange, man.
Very bohemian.
The Malouk.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the Bremerton, Washington is the deepest point.
That's where my dad was in the Navy.
Because it's the deepest point.
Yeah.
That's where the submarines are.
They got pretty girls up there.
No,
But
Bremerton is great.
The guys
I used
are
to
all
do comedy in Bremerton
they're
all the time.
dipshits. The guys, they all look very like
My
dorky.
stepbrother's uncle lives all the way up there. And when I went up there, Robert Ronnie, I fucking contacted him one time. This is 94, 95. You know, I used to go to Bremerton. You take
But
the
it's a
ferry
growing
over.
city, man.
Oh, yeah, now it's got
Yeah, smart. All that, all those
all that Navy
computer
money.
guys
Yeah.
are up there, There's all that. Was it Amazon or who's up there?
Everybody's up
everybody's
there.
up there, right?
Up there. I wouldn't know. I'm not allowed up there. 1995.
You
They
can't
told me
go.
don't-
You're
no.
banned.
This is 97. 20 years now. I'm 20 fucking years. I still got that warrant out.
Wow.
It's a non-extraditional warrant. They could only arrest me if they find me in the state of Washington.
In that state.
They won't come and get
So you don't do no comedy there?
Fuck no.
No.
I don't go nowhere. I got the Maluk put on me.
Malone.
Look, it was like, let me tell you something. It was like I was going through a rough patch in my life. And then I moved to Seattle, and I didn't know what Maloik was till I moved. Like I thought I was
got
going
there.
through.
Yeah.
I was like on a 2-year skid, on a 2-year skid of death.
Yeah.
And I finally moved to Seattle, and I get pinched 5 times in 18 fucking
What'd you get
months.
pinched for?
You name it: assault, possession of stolen car, fucking violating. It was a fuck. Oh, and it all started with a jaywalking ticket
Why'd you go there anyway?
because I met a girl.
Oh.
Why the fuck would anybody go to
No,
Seattle?
me
if
too.
you met a girl.
I
Yeah.
know. I don't think I ever would have went to that place. My father used to talk about it because he was in the Navy, and he stopped there. And I asked my mom. I said, "Why does he always talk about that? Why?" She goes, he probably shacked up with some girls when he was young. He was a good-looking guy. Always talked about Washington. The first few times, I was like, I hate this place. It's weird. It took me a while to kind of embrace it.
I went up there at the time for comedy and for this girl. So I moved in with her, and I got a place, and then I just did comedy. And compared to where I was living in Denver and Boulder at the time, I was going out every night. They had comedy every fucking night.
Yeah.
Every night they had comedy somewhere. Kent, Burlingame, what's all the way up there?
Bremerton.
Bremerton.
Yeah.
No, Bellingham.
Bellingham.
Bellingham,
Yeah.
Kent. There was a lady who booked every single they have these Mexican chains around here. Like, what's the taco place we go to?
We go to Cactus.
Cactus. Okay.
Cactus, yeah.
Cactus would have 11 restaurants, and
Yeah.
all of them would do comedy. So the one in Kent would do comedy. The one in over the bridge in the east side of Seattle would do comedy.
Yeah.
The one in Tacoma would do comedy.
yeah.
The one in Portland,
Portland.
like close to Portland, would
Yeah.
do comedy. I forget what they would call Low something Mexican restaurant. So there was action every fucking
Different
night.
vibe. Northwest
Yeah.
is really different.
And when you're doing it in a restaurant, are you doing it at like the bar? Like what are you? Where are
The
you?
fucking bar, Lee.
Okay, and how
At
many
the
people? How many people would come to like a Mexican restaurant?
14. 15 tops.
What
like,
was your act like back then?
just god awful.
Really?
God awful.
What'd you talk about?
Who the fuck knows? Killing people and kidnapping people and selling drugs. Who the
A
fuck
lot of
knows?
serial killers up there. The Green Lake guy.
Oh yeah, Bundy.
Yeah, Bundy.
was up in
lot of-
Seattle.
lot
Yeah,
of the,
yeah.
like intelligent but dark, crazy people.
Well, that place, a lot of people ice themselves up there and
Yeah.
in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo too.
It's the same type of.
But
I look at that.
it's a nicer
line.
city than Buffalo.
Yeah, well, and
Yeah.
I like Buffalo. I'm a
You do?
Buffalo dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
you like
always been a
Buffalo?
Buffalo. Yeah, I'm a rough and rugged. I'm a Rick James type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I take it like I'm a wing dude. I like the beef on
Wings are
wick.
good.
The beef on
You ever
wick.
seen that movie, Buffalo '66? Good movie.
Is it? Good? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy Vincent Gallo.
What happened to him?
He lost his mind.
Yeah, he was crazy
Yeah,
as it was. That's why he was
And he
so
made a
brilliant.
movie where he had a girl, actually do something to him on camera. For real. It's in the movie. It's called Bugs Bunny or something. And, he's definitely out there. He was a talented guy.
Yeah, that's why.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. That's right, Vincent.
Ben
Gallo.
Gazzara's in it.
Yeah,
he
played
plays
his
the father.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Angelica Houston is the mother, wearing the Bills jacket.
Yeah. That's right. I gotta
Yeah.
watch that again. That's a fun.
I used to stop in Buffalo to go to Toronto. I was doing a movie. I didn't have a passport, so I used to go. I could get in from Buffalo to Toronto with a birth certificate. One time.
This is before 9/11.
yeah.
Before 9/11, you could
Yeah.
fucking wave at him. I never went through the border because, in fact, I got to call this kid. He called me Irish, dated a Puerto Rican girl in my. How fucked up is this?
Wow.
I'm talking to the waiter at the Miami Improv, and I go, dog, I got to work in fucking Buffalo next week, and then I got to jump over to Canada and work Toronto. I don't think they're going to let me over. This is way before 9/11. And he goes, bro, I could get your hand like that. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, my girl's father. This is how nice these Puerto Ricans were. I flew from Miami to Buffalo. They picked me up, took me to their home, let me take a shower and change. They made a big Puerto Rican meal, tostones. He told me my mother died. And they made gandules, the whole fucking deal.
Wow.
Then the father was a gambler. So he had to pass into this casino. So to go into this casino, you kind of went over the border. But they didn't really say nothing to you as long as you had a sticker and you were going to go gamble. And that's what he would do. He would make believe like he'd go park. We'd make a U-turn. He'd take me all the way to the bus station in the first city. There's a little city when you first get over Buffalo. I forget what it's called. And I would take the bus to Toronto. And then when I would come back, I would go through immigration and they would lose their mind.
Oh, yeah.
They'd do a background check and said, when would you get in here? And I go, I got in here last Thursday. Here's my documentation. I did the fucking paperwork.
Right.
I didn't do the paperwork. I had the paperwork from the comedy club.
Yeah.
And they lose their mind. You couldn't have gotten in here. What are you talking about? They think I fucking got in here.
Yeah.
I did that about 3 times. And then one time before 9/11, they got me
Yeah.
going in. They said, no, you can't go in there.
Can't go.
And I went and got a hotel in Detroit, like in the worst part of Detroit. I probably had 300 on me. So I said, I got no money for a Hilton. So I said, take me to the darkest part of fucking Detroit. Think I'm kidding you. And he took me downtown. He goes, the hotel's at $35. I said, perfect. And I got a fucking, oh my God, this is a fucked up story. And I fucking take the cab. He puts me to this hotel. But on the way to the hotel, I see Coco's Comedy Club. And I had a bunch of friends from Detroit that were out here that were all Comedy Club Coco guys. And I go, oh my God, 3 blocks away. So I went up there the first night. Boom, I saw Mimi Gonzalez, a little Cuban lesbian chick. And she goes, I got no place to stay. Fuck it, I got 2 beds. Give me $17.50.
I'm surprised you didn't get her for like the whole 30.
Fuck yeah. She gave me $17.50 like a motherfucker. She took a shower. The next day she went somewhere. I don't know where the fuck she went.
What year was that?
99.
99.
Summer of 99, before Montreal.
Man, time has flown by.
It really has.
Can't
man.
believe it's 2017. Can't believe it. It's freaking.
What'd you do 2000?
2000?
Yeah, what'd you do 2000 for New Year's?
2000. Let's see.
Did you think the Martians were coming and shit?
Well, the Yankees won the World Series. I remember that year. Subway Series. 2000. Yeah, it must have been a decent year. Those were good years for me back then. Those were better times. I was going back and forth. L.A., New York. Yeah, Yankees, Mets. That was good. I flew all the way from Canada to see the closing game. I flew like 5 hours and I drove 5 hours. I was in Canada, some place called Osoyo's, doing some rinky-dink movie. I got off and then I drove 5 hours to Seattle and dropped my kids off and then boom, and then flew 5. So I traveled like 10 hours for one game. I said, they better fucking clinch. I didn't come this far to lose. I'll fucking kill them if they lose. I'm at Shea Stadium. I'm going to celebrate tonight. And the Yankees, tough game, but they put them away. We celebrated at Shea. I love sticking it to the Mets at Shea. It was a great feeling because I felt like I willed them. I said, I came this far not to lose. There's no way I'm fucking losing like I'm playing. I wasn't playing, but I'm taking it personal. And, and the Yankees did win. They pulled it out. Louis Soho with a little hit, man.
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like when the Red Sox came back 3-1 against the Yankees.
3-0. Yeah, that's a little different.
Look at Lee throwing salt in the wounds.
It's all right.
Shit.
It's all right.
Look at Lee throwing salt in the wounds.
It was their time.
This guy's a real fucking Yankee fan.
It was their time.
Not no okey doke fucking fan.
Not a bullshit fan.
This is the real deal.
There's some Hollywood guys, they're all like...
You threw salt in the fucking wound, Lee. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
okay.
See, he could revoke and tell you, remember 2 words, Bucky Dent. He can revoke.
I could say a lot of things.
He could
Aaron
say,
Boone. I could say a lot of things. I could say 86, Bill Buckner. I can fucking... You still got that bullshit. The Red Sox still got that baggage. So they won a couple. Now the Cubbies are off the fucking snide with the fucking goat. They'll all go back into hibernation soon. The curse will come back. It'll fucking invent itself.
Dog, the Yankees have been cursed too. They've been cursed.
Oh yeah, the Yankees are cursed.
They
have a different curse.
Yeah, they put the Maluk on.
Oh yeah, I don't want to say, but yeah, it's that new stadium was like the kiss of death.
It really is.
You don't knock down. You don't tear down a shrine. You see the Red Sox, they don't knock down Fenway.
Never.
The Cubs wouldn't tear it, Wrigley. You don't do that. They moved across the street. I never felt the same. I swear to God, I never felt the same. I don't. I'm still fucking angry. I'm really angry. That place is like an imposter.
What do you think about the ballparks out here, Nick? I hate them. I don't think that. Well, at least in Southern California, I don't like them.
Dodger Stadium
Dodger
is not
Stadium
bad.
isn't bad.
It's not bad. It's set in the canyons.
Well, yeah, that is pretty. That's
I mean,
true.
it is pretty.
That's true.
It is pretty. I remember when I first came out here with my agent. Funny guy. He was taking me to the Dodger games. Like, Burbank High, baby. I was like, what's Burbank? This is where he went to high school. He was so excited to take me to Dodger Dogs, but the food sucks.
Oh, the
Dodger
food is
Dogs.
horrible.
Almost you wouldn't feed
Oh
them
my
to a
God,
dog.
the fucking Dodger
They gotta get a
Dogs.
new fucking
And you get excited
hot
too.
dog.
And you always buy one to see if
Horrible.
they change. You bite into them.
Oh, that Farmer John, the food.
Oh,
you
it's
can ask my
fucking
son. It's
terrible.
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 At least the Yankees, they get a bullshit ballpark,
Listen,
but
dog.
good food.
Let me tell you something. I heard they got a fucking cheesesteak at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, to die for.
That it's to fucking die for. I
Yeah.
have friends that go
Yeah.
to the Yankee game
Yeah.
just to get the fucking
The cheesesteak is slamming.
slamming.
Yeah.
Slamming at
Then you
Yankee
got the
Stadium.
Nathan's hot dog. Great hot dog.
They say you miss a whole inning, but it's worth the fucking wait to get
But the
the
best
cheesesteak.
hot dog is the one you have on the street. They call it a soubrette.
I got them at the house.
Oh, they're great.
I get 'em at
You
the
can
house.
you can boil those in sauerkraut and mustard. That's how you eat a hot dog.
Yeah, I boil
These
'em.
people over here, my kids, this one talking about fucking ketchup on a hot dog. I said
don't allow
mustard
it.
is for the hot dog.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
ruined
please.
the whole fucking hot dog. You gotta have mustard and sauerkraut. Don't put no fucking ketchup on. That gets me mad.
It gets me pissed too.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. That's some kind of I don't know where that came from.
This guy puts fucking ketchup.
You put
on
ketchup
nothing.
on the dog?
No.
Yes, he does.
I put mustard, but I can't put mustard. Sometimes I'll do it plain because every time I put mustard, it just means it's going on my shirt.
Get the mustard and the sauerkraut, Lee. That's what makes it.
I make them. I get the sauerkraut. I put
You
the,
don't need sour. I've never seen you with sauerkraut.
at the house.
Oh, it's
I
good.
put
You
the
hide
fucking
yourself.
sab. My wife throws them in there. We get the sabret buns.
So you
I
get
go
the
deep.
soubrette.
I go deep.
You
I
find
go
them?
deep.
You
Come
can
on,
find.
brother.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that just sends them to me. Now.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
Oh,
overnight.
it's great.
And the buns are a little stiff.
Yeah, to
but
see
you
the
fucking-
steak I made the other night.
That's why we need to get those things that the guys carry around at the game, so you can steam the buns and all at the same time.
You just want a simple hot dog. You know, Fenway Park, they got this bread that's great. It's like Wonder Bread. Remember Wonder Bread back in the day? It was good bread.
How is it now?
Still good.
It's still good.
Peanut butter and jelly.
When
but
it's
you
fucking
notice,
soft Wonder Bread, it's tremendous.
no, but these bread today, it lasts. They got all kinds of preservatives, and that's why the bread lasts for weeks. It's weird. They put
And don't buy bread at Target because it's like 6 weeks old and shit. You get it.
Oh no!
When you
Oh,
put
at
the
Target?
fucking when you put the peanut butter on it, it sticks to the fucking thing and the
Hey,
bread
what's,
breaks.
What's better than white bread with peanut butter? If you're hungry, if you're starving,
Dog, that's my.
that's
come
the
on,
fucking
dog.
sandwich, right?
I had to break that addiction. Like I lost 10 pounds because I stopped eating peanut butter.
I love
If there was
butter.
peanut butter at my house, I would fucking stick my finger in it and just lick it. I get
Yeah.
so high at night, I couldn't control
Skippy?
myself. No, I'm a Jif type of motherfucker.
You're a Jiffy.
I'm a Jif type of motherfucker.
Creamy, but no fucking
No, I don't want
peanut
no peanuts.
one.
I got dentures.
Yeah.
I got a fucked
And
up
you see
tooth
the
over
peanut
here.
in your shit, right? You ever
No.
just take shits like that? Say
No, I
peanuts?
don't wanna look at my shit,
I used to
no.
take
I'm a-
shit when I was a
That's why I
kid.
got a bidet.
Oh, you get the
That's why I
bidet?
got a bidet.
I do
And
it
when I
with
was
the
a
thing
kid,
in
I
the
did
shower.
When I was a kid, I was a creepy kid. I took it out and broke it in half.
I wish I had a bidet. I like cleaning that ass.
Well,
It feels
we're gonna
good.
hook- you're gonna
I
hook
didn't
me
even
up
know
with
when I went to Italy. You know, I looked. I go, what is this shit? I was a young guy. She goes, that's to clean your ass. I never saw. I didn't know
It's
what. I thought it was
tremendous.
another toilet.
This Tushy.
I should get one
Tushy.com. We're gonna.
because
hook
I'm
you
always
up.
wiping.
No, this is tremendous. This takes care of the hemorrhoids.
Tushy.com.
It
Hello,
wash-
Tushy.com.
HelloTushy.com.
Oh, I need it.
It washes behind the nutsack. You can put it on hot, and it steams like a dry cleaner. You're like,
Oh,
that type
shit.
of shit. But steam comes out.
Really?
That means there's no germs. Then you dip the helmet in there too.
Oh,
While
God.
you're at it, you do a little agua minerales. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need sometimes you need a little Puerto Rican shower.
Oh, man.
That's the original Puerto Rican
Yeah,
shower.
yeah.
That's what a Puerto Rican shower is. These people out here think washing
don't
your
know.
face
No.
and wetting your hair is a Puerto Rican
that's
shower.
not a Puerto Rican
That's
shower.
the byproduct of the Puerto Rican shower.
Right.
The original Puerto Rican shower is washing that muffler, wiping the nutsack, cleaning the helmet, putting some polish and shine, taking that dead pea smell off the helmet.
Yeah, but you do it with a face cloth, not. I read the entire instruction booklet. There's nothing about the nutsack or anything. All that
And where?
in the Hello Tushy.
Because they have no imagination. See, that's what I'm here for. I'm Johnny Imagination. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have imagination.
Right.
You got water sprinkling up. It hits your asshole and it feels good. So if it's hitting your asshole at a certain power, okay, what do you think is gonna hit? What do you think it's gonna feel like when it hits your nutsack like that? And all you gotta do is just move back a quarter inch. That's it. You'll feel it hitting your nutsack, and you move your feet. You make sure your hips are over your knees. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And you do that little shake right there, and it's all over but the shout. And then you move back another inch.
Use it all every day.
Every day. In the middle of the day, you got to wash your muffler.
Yeah.
I'm 298. You got to clean that muffler. You know what I'm saying?
I like to
You got
start
some
my day
odors
with
coming
it.
out of there. You got to what?
I like to start my day with it.
Well, no. Why you got to start your day with it if you're going to take a shower?
Well,
What
I don't take a
animal
shower
are
right
you?
away. If I'm going to work
Oh,
out.
no. When you work out in the morning, you wash your muffler. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
blame you. I'm not mad at you. Don't.
Yeah.
You
Man,
got to
that's
be
good
fresh.
shit,
It's
man.
2017. You got to keep everything together.
Yeah.
You ever go to Starbucks, you stand in front of a chick, hot chick, but the back of the hair looks like a rat's nest. This dirty bitch went out, her pussy smells like a condom, and she's standing on line waiting for a fucking latte, acting like
You gotta
she don't
know how to
nobody.
clean, man. You gotta know how to clean
I can't
up. A lot of
stand
people
dirty
don't know how to
people.
clean up.
I love washing
No.
3 times a day. I got a shower when I use it. That shit about a drought, save that for these fucking Gentiles.
Yeah.
I take showers, Jack. I don't give a fuck.
I love the bathroom.
I love the bathroom. That's why I
I
fucking
put my
focus.
robe on.
That's why I focus in the shower. I smoke a Tutsurutz.
Yeah.
I get in that fucking shower. I play Scrubby Dub Dub.
Yeah.
I let the fungi toenail get nice and soft so I can cut under it. I'm overdue. I look at that toe and it's stuffed with fungi. So tomorrow at the casino, I'm going to sit in that shower. I'm bringing the heavy duty nail clippers
Nice.
and I cut them right in the shower.
What do you like, the old school soap or you like the liquid?
I bring my own soap.
Your own soap.
I bring
yeah.
my own fucking whatever that.
You have a
blue-
favorite?
Yeah, the blue one.
Blue one?
It smells nice. I take the drop cloth. I fucking wash. I wash the muffler good. I got a little
Do the
loofah.
shampoo every day?
Yeah, I shampoo the hair and
Yeah,
conditioner.
yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
me. I got 10
absolutely.
hairs left. I got to
Right.
wash them every day.
Yeah.
I got to let them know I love them. You know what I'm saying? Before they abandon ship, I got to let them know I love them. You can't be walking around with dirty hair.
What do you wear for the underarm? You know,
Just unscented.
oh, you don't like any? I like old school stuff.
No. What's
Old Spice.
Old Spice makes you smell like a Billy Goat dough.
Nah.
When you play the hoop.
No, I don't put that on.
Does
on
it?
my
No, I never
just
smelled you. You
under-
smell good,
No,
yeah.
just under here.
I put whatever unscented, the good stuff.
Unscented. You use lotion? And do you lotion your
Sometimes
body?
Sometimes I'm
Yeah,
a
you
lotion
need
guy,
to.
but I don't lotion my stomach.
No.
I lotion from the kneecap down, the foot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That type of shit.
What about bats? You like bats too?
What are you fucking?
No, I'm just
what are you-
talking
what are you-
bedroom
What are you,
shit.
heavy breather?
No, I'm just saying. I love the bathroom. You know what I mean?
You know what? I like a bath, but when I have a bath, I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know. I like when it's a bigger shower that I could sit on the floor.
Yeah.
What
And
about when they have
stretch
a
out.
bench in it that you could sit down in?
Yeah, but that means I got to sit where 1,000 other people put their fucking
No, I'm
assholes
talking about
and
if
shit.
like you built a bathroom.
I always take like a little towel to put my asshole on so I don't
Yeah.
get fungus. And I sit on the floor and get the longest distance of the shower. It steams up. Mm-hmm. I get the blackheads out.
Steam is the best.
It's the
You know,
best feeling.
if you can put a steam in your shower, I'd way better than the sauna. But the steam, there's nothing like taking a steam. Sitting in a steam shower, steam room. I love that.
I wish I could move into a place like a building that has like that. There's a building in Marina Del Rey. It's expensive, but there's everything there.
They
You
got
don't
a
have
steam?
to leave there.
Oh yeah, that would be
The
great.
supermarket, the movie theater, the tailor, the baker, Rouse is
You
in
know
there,
what?
Bank of
Where
America's
is that?
in there.
That's what I need.
It's down.
Marina,
down,
yeah, I
all
need
the
something
way
because I'm
down.
getting old now. I'm almost
That's where
55.
all the old people move.
That's what I need, man. Is it a good deal to move in there?
I don't know. I think you got to buy the condo and somebody's got to die. You got to go on a list.
Really?
I knew this guy about fucking 15 years ago. I'm at the Laugh Factory one night, and this guy comes up to me. He's got to be 60 years old. He says, "My name is Mike. I'm from the Bronx. You killed me tonight." He goes, "Nobody else laughed. I was the only guy howling because I got every word you said." I go, "How long you been out here?" He said, 30 years. I go, 35. I go, "What have you been doing?" He goes, "You ever know the show Remington Steele?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm the creator."
Wow.
He goes, "I'm out here tonight. I was looking for a different girl for a show, but it's really nice to meet you. Who's your agent?" I told him my agent. He goes, "I'm going to be in touch with you, man." He goes, "You know anything about bookmaking, what you were talking about?" I go, "Yeah." contacted me 6 months later.
He did.
He would take me out to lunch in Hollywood, and we'd talk about bookmaking, and he'd take notes from me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day he invited me to his home. He goes, "Do you want to come down to Marina Del Rey and ride a little with me?" And I went all the way down there, and unfucking believable. You pull up, valet parking.
Is it called the Bella Fontaine?
Something like that. And it's huge. It looks like a stadium.
You found it, Lee?
The the one beds start at $24.35 and 3 beds are $41.30
$41.31
a month.
How much?
$4,130.
For how many bedrooms?
3.
That's not bad. And how is it?
And what do they got? They got everything there, right?
It says they have explore the marina marketplace and all the local favorites such as Gelson's Market, where we have the convenience at your doorstep without the bustle of the city.
Everything. They got everything down there. It's so I went down there a couple times, right? Cool dude. We went and pitched. We couldn't sell it. You know, it was just a little too edgy. There was no internet then. There was nothing then, you know.
Right.
We went to USA. We went to FX16, whatever that is, FX18. We went to a couple places, but he still kept in touch with me. But the other thing I didn't know was that he was writing all those movies at Lifetime all those years. Excuse me. Those are the weirdest scripts, because in those days somebody signs with Lifetime and you just keep writing movies for him. So he was Dick Van Dyke. All right, Dick Van Dyke and his son. So, you know, I'm moving around my business, and all of a sudden I get a call, and it's Mike, and he goes, "Doug, I got work for you. 3 days on a movie. You're playing a bookie." He goes, "I wrote the role in. It's a Dick Van Dyke movie. They're gonna bust you, him and the son." So he wrote me into this movie. He knew I was a Dick Van Dyke fan. You know, he got me on the set for 3 days.
That's nice.
This company was very interesting. They shot a movie every 8 weeks. They took a week off, and they'd start a new movie.
Was it like one of those B movies, maybe?
It was all Lifetime.
Okay, yeah.
They just
all
shot
Lifetime.
all Lifetime. This has to be 2002, 2003. I was talking to the guy, and I'll tell you, they told you in the beginning, listen, if you want to do this, you could do this. If you don't, we pay scale. Listen, we've had everybody do this. So don't give me your song and dance. Everybody did these things. Like the one I did had fucking people in it. Like, I forget who it was. I didn't give a fuck because it had Dick Van Dyke.
Right.
And he was cool as shit, and his father and his son and not his father. But you know what these people did that I never forgot about them? I worked 3 days, and all 3 days there was a basket, a present, all 3 days.
Nice.
And a bottle of champagne.
Nice.
It cost them $8.
Yeah, but when you get treated
Do
nice.
you understand me?
Yeah.
I never, ever forgot these guys. And in fact, we shot at a bar, and they go, "We're just going to take over the bar and drink." And one of the guys was smoking dope, and the director was smoking dope. And I go, "You guys smoke pot with Dick Van Dyke around?" He goes, "He's an AA guy. He don't give a fuck about weed." So
Right.
but they shot a movie, Lee, every 8 weeks, 1 week off.
Were they writing them too?
Probably.
So this,
They were just a
What was-
machine.
what was
Lee.
the company?
sure-
They probably had it down to a science.
They had it down to a science.
Yeah.
were they like it was like kind of like Dick Wolf did specials. They
Yeah.
did Lifetime movies.
Right.
Oh, they probably made.
So they would just write
billions.
for Nick Turturro. So it would be,
Yeah.
Nick's got a 6-movie deal, a 6-picture deal. So Nick's going to do 3 this year and 3 next year. But we also have the chick from CBS. They had her at the time. So it's her. So you would basically work for 8 weeks. Then you'd have 9 weeks off. You would work 8 weeks, then you'd have 9 weeks off. That was the rotation.
Right.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I talked to the guys, and the guys like, "Dog, we just come back and blasted. No overtime, by the way. 7 to 5.
Yeah.
They didn't.
No overtime.
They didn't need overtime.
No, they were so good. No
Yeah,
overtime.
they had it down to a science.
Quick looks.
These people are smart.
Yeah, quick looks, quick. They framed 2 ahead.
Yeah, but-
they were like a soap opera type fucking angle.
I'm surprised you didn't do 8 million of them. That sounds like your
You know
dream.
what, man? He got me one, and then he offered me one day and another one, like a year later.
Did he give you a good one? Like a good? Like
The bookie one was good. I still got the reel.
Yeah.
I weigh
Did
about
they
400
pay
pounds.
Did they pay like they must have paid the top star or something?
The company, it was
Yeah.
really weird because he was saying, this company, this is what they do.
Because like years ago, man, when I was first on NYPD Blue, I got like a movie of the week. I remember I couldn't believe like an offer came in. It was like and I basically turned it down because I was going to do a play. It was a lot of money, and then I was saying, oh man, I fucked up. Why did I do that? And then they went to Matthew Perry, and then he didn't want to do it, so I was able to get it back. But I was like, man, I was almost gonna blow, $125,000 or something to star like a movie of the week. But you could make some nice coin in your hiatus back then if you were on TV. You had a TV name, so right away you were, a commodity, But you can't find that shit today. Don't matter who you are. And, they don't do the movie of the weeks and all that shit.
Don't do them no more.
No,
Nobody's doing that.
They did away with those things, I mean, now you got to go and fight for guest spots. Guest spot.
Guess what? Lee's going through changes. I just caught
It's
him.
the beginning stages.
Is he?
Yeah. I just
What's going
caught
on with him?
You could just look over
Yeah.
him and you could see him like he gets very sad. He thinks of Jerusalem and he
Really?
thinks of the old country. Yeah. He gets all sad and shit.
Someone stole my credit card and tried to buy Jamaican food. So it was a bad night.
When was that?
When was this?
Last night. $38 of Jamaican food.
Oh, really?
I don't know. And they knew it wasn't me.
They did.
Yeah, they knew I wasn't eating Jamaican food. So
I'm surprised.
at least my credit card company.
I
has
mean,
to fix it.
Listen.
That's all right.
Let's
I'm sure it's
pretend.
recorded.
Let's pretend that they caught it, and all of a sudden they go, all right, type up Lee Syan. The picture you came up with that shirt on, looking like you do right now, and they said, "Let me ask you a question. Does this guy look like he gets Jamaican food?" What do you think the question would be?
No, he gets
Yeah.
good food. I can tell he knows what he likes, and he's never been to a Jamaican restaurant before in New York.
Bullshit artist and shit. That wine with the edible fucking makes this feel like mushrooms.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
very
like the
lightly.
mixture?
I like it.
That's a little Pinot.
I like it. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Did you finish your wine, Lee?
Absolutely.
Jesus
I like
Christ.
Pinot.
Did
Pinot's
you
my
eat-
favorite.
Did you eat
Want a
another
little-
star?
You all right?
Yeah, of course.
Want a little more?
Sure.
When do you drink wine, Lee? I didn't
I
even know you were
never.
a wine drinker.
I don't, but when I do, I like Pinot.
Now, let me ask you something. How many tutoras are there in the acting business?
There's my brother. There's Aida, my cousin, me, and my son and my daughter are, interested, but she's more interested. Well, she's interested more in music. But there's three of us that I know of. She had another sister who was talented, Aida, but she didn't really make a living at it. She was a musical theater girl. But as far as I know, the three of us, yeah. 'Cause
You weren't one of those acting class dudes. and
No.
shit. You didn't go down to the South Village and
I didn't like
meet
that
with
shit.
Monaco. And
No, I was a freaking theater major for 1 year running around in tights, and I didn't like it. And all the kids, I thought they were all kind of, fanook, So I was like, this ain't for me. I got to put tights on and stretch, and I was making noises in the class. And one of my friends who liked this one guy liked me. None of those people made it. It's so funny. And I did it 1 year there in vocal, me, mow, like my brother does, all that shit. I'm like, I just didn't, I not that I didn't want to act, I just didn't like all that theatrical theater kids. So after 1 year, I said, I'm not coming back. This is not what I thought, acting was. But I think I wasn't totally committed then. When I got committed later on, I learned on the job. I didn't have all the classical. I took a class with this guy, Bob Modica, but him I liked because he wasn't like your typical acting teacher. It was like if my father became an acting teacher. He was a bit insane. He used to stir his coffee with a switchblade, and you would have to do this exercise called the repetition. And he would speak like this. And you basically had to put your attention on somebody. They put their attention on you, and you have to be honest. So you might say they might say you're angry. You have to be truthful. I'm angry. Yes, you're angry. Yes, I'm angry. You're angry. Right, I'm angry. Yes, you're angry. Yes, I'm angry. That bothers you. Yes, it bothers me. It bothers you. Yes, it bothers me. It bothers you. Yes, it bothers you. Yeah, but you had to stay in the moment. But if you were fake, Modica would be like, that's not it. He would stop the exercise. But sometimes, if you didn't know what to say, he would write on a piece of paper.
Now,
You
where
know,
was this at?
This was in Carnegie Hall. He was great, this guy.
How much a month?
Robert
Back
X.
then.
Modica. Back then, it might have been like, it was kind of big. You know, it was expensive back then, maybe 150 a month or 200. I don't remember, but he took a liking to me, you know, because he knew I was kind of like raw and I was like a caveman. Because I remember he talked to because my brother studied with him a little bit, and he played football against him and his brother against my uncle Tony. It's so weird that we found this guy Modica. He actually was almost in The Godfather. He was almost Sonny Corleone. Because of Coppola, I spoke to Coppola. He said he loved Bob Modica, this guy. He had a little acting career, but teaching was his thing. But I loved him because it was like my father, he was forceful but educated. And like, you know, he'd tell you sometimes to go outside. It was like an idea. He'd say, go outside and take a walk and figure out why you're coming to the door. Don't come until you know. Right? So one time I fucking like disappeared for 15 minutes. He came looking for me. He goes, you gotta come back. And I said, I know, Bob. He goes, no, you gotta come back. And he liked me. Because, you know, he was like, I told my brother, I don't know what that kid wants to do, but he's interesting. I used to come in with my doorman uniform. He'd be like, hey, General. I was a doorman around the corner. He'd go, you're just in the neighborhood? You figured just stop by. Because you have to try to get in when people were working. You had to listen. The door was a black that said Robert X. Modica. It's kind of a scary door. And he's over there with the switchblade and fucking moving the desk around. He was a great guy. He was actually in a movie with me, Federal Hill. He played like my dad. I gave him a bath. It was weird working with him because then I became an actor and I was like giving him, but in the classroom, he was great. I mean, like I say, I more or less learned on the job. I wasn't classically trained like, you know, my brother and all that hoity. It wasn't my thing. I don't knock it. I think it's great. If I had to do it over, maybe I would do all that shit, you know, and work on my body and learn how to stretch. That's why my brother, he lays on the ground, he stretches, and when you hear him do his fucking vocal warm up, me, it sounds crazy. I go, what are you doing, John? I said, well, I'm warming up my voice, Nick. You know, I'm like, okay. I did a play with him one time. He was in the theater doing all those noises, and he goes, come stretch with me. Come stretch with me. Oh, he's very funny. You know, I did this whole epidural thing because I have 2 bulging discs, so I couldn't walk a couple of weeks ago. So he goes, I said, I'm having side effects, and he goes, that's why you shouldn't do the needles. And I said, John, I can't walk. You understand? Well, that's a different story. But, but it's funny. When I'll say something and he repeats it back. And I'll say something, he repeats it back. I was trying to tell him about my cataract, too. I had a cataract surgery. So what kind of surgery was it? Was it a cataract? Wasn't it? You know, it sounds like insane. We say goodbye to each other like this. All right, Nick, I'll see you. All right, love you. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye, John. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. All right, good hearing your voice. Love you. We say goodbye for like 5 minutes, saying goodbye. All right, bye-bye.
Now, did you grow up close to Aida?
No, you know, Aida was in Manhattan. Her father was an artist, so she grew up very different than us. She grew up more like bohemian. Because my uncle, my father's brother, was a crazy artist. Talented guy, very smart. But all the other brothers were in construction. So we grew up in the suburbs. She actually grew up like in Manhattan, in a synagogue. She had a way different upbringing than me.
So is that why she was so good in The Sopranos? Because it was her?
Yeah, she's wild. You know, I wrote a little something that we're going to do this month. And she is freaking wild. I mean, she's talented, but she makes me look like I'm normal. Her ADD is... Woo, she's off the wall when she gets going. You know, so I've never really worked with her. My brother said, just make sure your hands are up. Keep your hands up. He loves her. I love her too. But she's definitely, she's out there. You have to meet her. She's like you. Tour de force, big presence, comes in the room, tears you apart. She'll tear you apart. You know, she tears you. I mean, she'll...
Sounds delightful.
I remember when I was auditioning for The
No, but
Sopranos.
she is. I mean it in an affectionate way.
When I was auditioning for The Sopranos, that was the big search at that time. It wasn't that they were looking for characters as much for a woman to play Tony's sister.
Oh yeah, he had a big to do with her. He loved her. They did a play on Broadway together, and I think he fell in love with her. And I heard he was a mensch of a guy. He helped a lot of people. He gave people money. He helped the cast get more. You don't find guys like that on television shows. So she loved James, and James loved her. I think he fought for her. He fought for her to get the part. But they were great together. I mean, that was iconic. That is like that stuff. That Sopranos. I never seen anything like that.
I go through phases where I will not put it on, and then I'll put it on every night for a month. Like this was the first holiday that I didn't put it on. Like I usually I'll go crazy. I'll do 2 seasons in 3 nights.
Wow.
The Carmela parts, I'll speed through them.
She's good,
but if it's not necessary.
But he's the guy that drives the show.
I miss him.
You fucking love him.
He's one guy
he was
I
a
really
special
miss.
guy. He was at my mother's
miss.
funeral. And I tell you, John directed him in a movie, and you could tell he was a special guy. He had a big soul, that guy. You could tell. He saw this one movie, and I broke down crying. He goes, it was about my family, and he actually played like my dad. And I didn't know him that well, but he goes, that movie affected you, huh? I said, yeah. He had no fucking idea how it affected me, but you could tell he was a deep guy, dark guy, a deep guy, but people loved him. I mean, it's a shame that he passed so young. Man, it was a shame, because so talented too. But she's great. I mean, it's gonna be fun to work with her. I will see how it's gonna. I've never really done anything with her, so this is kind of funny. She was texting me today, I need to talk to you. I need to know. I'm playing it cool. I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll talk. So I wrote something for her, But I mean, I think she should be doing much more. She's very funny too. They don't know how to use her. This industry, they don't know how to use people.
What has she been doing since The Sopranos?
She's been doing little guest spots, this, that, but she's so much. I saw her on this Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She's great, and then they chop it up. Sometimes you do a TV show, they just chop you. They chop it up. It's so choppy. I was helping her memorize her lines at home because she's a little slow. She likes to write her lines out, and I work faster because that's how I worked in television. I always learned how to work fast with TV, but she's got her own.
For auditions now, Nick, it's a complete different game. And it's so weird how
I don't even know how to audition anymore.
I don't even know how to audition anymore. Like now,
I don't.
This last one I went in for, I prepared so much for it on my own. I went over, wrote it out, went to sleep, got up at 4, went over it again. After we dropped Mercy off, me and my wife went over. And it's like, I'm not disenchanted. I just know that even though you go in, they already got somebody in mind. I'm very nice that you brought me in. Thank you very much.
Right.
But I'm not even in the fucking game anymore. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not disappointed as much as I thought I would be, But no, I forgot how to do it. And that was my favorite part of it. My thing was doing the work. That's why I got pissed off. Was now I got to go to wardrobe and.
Of course, an audition is not
it's
not a performance. It's an audition. Some guys are good at it. Some may be better than others.
I'm really good at it. That's my thing.
Are you really? Yeah. I mean, there are times that I love it, and then there are other times I just feel like I'm all. Sometimes if I'm not there, I just sometimes go. And then sometimes when I'm there, I really come out of there feeling like, wow, I did something. You know when you did something good, and then when you're off. Sometimes you're just off, and sometimes you're on. But I never think that that's the final. That's why I look at it as, if you really want someone, that's not the tell all. I've not been that lucky with auditions in my life. I've gotten some. I mean, I actually I was a young guy, NYPD Blue. I only read for them. I never went to I didn't have to go through that network. That's horrible. If you ever have to test, and you have to go, to the studio.
That's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare. That's nervous breakdown.
That's what I was doing for a week. I did. No,
I've seen guys that do, and I was with guys when I had my own pilot at CBS. Guys, I brought in somebody like Billy Gardell. I was trying to get him hired as my brother. Everybody goes, well, he don't look like your brother. I said, yeah, but maybe he's adopted. I was fighting for him. I was, and I remember, in front of them coming to the network, and then you hear what people say at the studio. It's terrible, and I'm like, because I've been on, you've been on the other side. I knew what that was like, but that's why I always like gave my all with other actors when I was the few times that I ever was like on that side of the fence. It was interesting to see a lot of guys that come in. You know, there were famous guys too. They were like, "Hey, I read for you." I said, "Yeah, I know." They said, "You know, you didn't hire me." I was like, one time one of the Baldwin brothers said that to me. I was like, "Oh well, I didn't." You know, the guy was being a bit of a jerk, so I let it go. You know, auditions it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing.
It's amazing how good I got at them, Nick. How I would take rooms and fucking demolish them.
That's great.
4 or 5 people in a room. I would fucking the Peter Segal audition for The Longest Yard was a very blasé audition.
Yeah, it was.
Till this day, I don't know how I got it because the read was horrid.
Oh.
It was horrid. I had sent the tape in and read with him.
No, I think my audition was okay. It was. I mean, I didn't know what it was going to be. I had no idea what that part was going to become. The beauty of that part in Brucey is it became, on paper, it was nothing. And Sandler added so many things for me that 95% of it made the movie. But really, on paper, Brucey was really not a big deal, and it became a beautiful part. But I got to give Adam, because Adam was like, he fed me the ball. Have Turturro say that. He didn't know me that well. But I went in there with an idea. My brother told me that. He goes, if he sees you're funny, he'll pick up on that. Just go in there with something. And that's why I went in blazing with the haircut, the this, the that. I didn't really know what I was going to do. But it became a great part. And it was nothing on paper.
What was your first big audition?
First big audition?
Like in front of it, like beside the Spike Lee movies.
Yeah.
Like in New York early
I went
on.
For My Cousin Vinny.
Really?
I was up for that. I didn't get it.
Not obviously, but
Yeah.
who was the casting director? Do you remember?
I forget. It might have been a big one, like
Yeah, it had to be.
Lynn something. I forget his name. He was actually a big.
Now, who else was up for that role when you went down to the read? Who else did you see in that room?
I don't remember, who I saw or anything like that. I just know that I was almost in this movie Alive, Frank Marshall movie. It was a big audition. They liked me a lot. That movie where they all eat each other on the plane, the team. So I had a big scar on my head. I remember. I got banged my head 5 o'clock in the morning. I had this big scar when I went in for that movie Alive. And I came close. And I was close on an Oliver Stone movie. I was a young guy. They said, Oliver likes you. He never even picked up his head. Born on the 4th of July. They were like big movies that I was being like, I no one knew who I was, but that was a good sign. That was a good sign. That people were like, they like you. They like you. You're like you. Raw as a button, but they fucking like you. And then I nailed a pilot the year before NYPD Blue with Whit Thomas. They called me on the door. And I was like, and the guy goes, you got to get on the plane, baby. I didn't like I go, what? Tomorrow morning you get a test. I came out to L.A., man. I was walking around fucking Sunset Boulevard with a powder blue leisure suit. This is what I wore. I went to the CBS. Jeff Sagansky was the president. And I went in front of CBS with a powder blue leisure suit. Peter Dobson was the star. He had a lot of pilots back then.
Yeah.
And I had a hat on my head and I went back to my agents after the fucking... I remember I was going up against this other guy from Chicago, and the guy was a nice guy. And he goes, you're going to get the part, not me. I said, I don't know. I don't know shit. And then my agent goes, well, the guy said, you look like the lead guy. And I went crazy. I said, what? I don't look anything like that fucking guy. You're not going to give it to me because I look like the guy. The guy called the agency, Peter Dobson. He liked me. He said, don't worry. You're going to get it. Just go back home. Let them bring in guys with blonde hair and blue eyes. You watch, you're going to get this pilot. I was so fucking angry. I don't look nothing like you, Peter. He goes, I know. I was so pissed, man. I fucking went home. I sweated it out.
No, wait a second. So Peter Dobson was the lead.
He was the lead. He read with me in front of the network.
Now
Some guy named Jeff Sagansky,
The president.
the president, goes, he looks like him. And so when I went back to
the
April,
president.
I know, I said, I don't look nothing like the motherfucker. Pete, I don't look like you. He goes, I know.
Just say yes to him and shake his hand.
So fucking funny. And then they casted me with Mitchell Whitfield, who was the other guy who was in My Cousin Vinny. And the funniest thing happened to me in L.A. We were at the Formosa Cafe with Peter Dobson. And I'm fucking really naive. And he goes, hey, Jodie Foster's there. And my brother knew Jodie Foster. And I don't know, I was gonna go up to her. And they go, you know, Jodie's a dyke or something like that. No, this is a true story. So I'm on the telephone talking to him. I don't know if it was my brother or somebody. I go, yeah, I met Jodie Foster, Jodie the dyke. I yell it loud. The table is, she's right there. She fucking like a piece of bread or a napkin, like, threw it at me. These guys were peeing in their pants.
She didn't.
I had to tell my brother, I said, yeah, I called Jodie Foster. Like, I didn't know she was right there. They go, did she throw it at me mean? And she was, and they were like, no, she threw it at you, like, giggling, like, what's wrong with you? So, you know, the next day in the studio, they were like, oh, Jodie the dyke's looking for you. They were like, they wouldn't stop, wouldn't let me live it down. But my God, they put me at the Mondrian Hotel. I was living the dream. I had a pilot, better days. I wore a turban in one scene. And the show didn't get picked up. I remember in the spring when we're not getting picked up. I was like, oh, fuck. There goes my career. And then a year later, I was up for fucking NYPD Blue. But then they were like, you know, is he Mexican? Is he this? Is he... I said, I could be... As a Puerto Rican. Tell them I'm a little Puerto Rican. Because they liked me, but they said, does he have any Hispanic blood? You know, and I was like, yeah, I got it somewhere in my ass. I don't know. Don't fucking take it away from me because I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm New York. This is a New York show. So they kept me on a fucking string for like a few months. And my agent was like, don't worry, baby. You're going to get it, honey. You're going to get it. And I didn't know. I was like, are you sure I'm going to get it? I had a nervous breakdown. I had to take a leave of absence when I was a doorman because I got,
now, let me ask you a question.
got sick.
This Maury guy.
Who?
This agent.
Marty Lisak, he's a big agent.
Okay.
But he used to talk like that. Hey, honey, what the fuck are you doing? We had a great relationship. You motherfucker.
No, what happened to the dude who stole the check?
The check? Oh, that guy. No, he's a criminal. $6,000. Oh, that guy with the bulging eyes. No, Marty's big shot. Marty went to CAA. That guy was a criminal. Why I ever let that guy in my life tells you how stupid and dumb and crazy I am. Because people said, I had a guy who came over my house when the bulging eye guy was hanging around, and he said, Nick, is that guy with you? And I said, yeah. They said, you can't have a guy crazier than you represent. You can be crazy because you're an artist. This guy's out of his fucking mind, and I didn't know he was a criminal. He stole the money and then gave me a check that bounced after he fucking stole the money. Then I told him, I said, you're fucking dead. Not only did you steal the money, I caught you, and now you give me a check that bounced on top of it. What a fucking the big bulging eyes. I'm doing World Trade Center. He's behind Nick Cage and everybody. And Nick Cage goes, does he represent you and your brother? I was like, no, Nick, he's a little wacky. I got to get rid of this guy. I got to get him out of my life. I had a great agent. It's a UTA.
So you didn't get him out of your life. You got
arrested. I did. But he got fucking, he was embezzling money he went to jail. He used to call me from jail. I said, don't call me no more. I don't want to hear this shit.
How much time did he do?
I take him to a fucking meeting. I tell him, shut the fuck up in the room. Don't open your mouth. Because one time I was at an HBO meeting. I'm pitching something. My brother's on the phone. His mouth almost opened. My brother said, who was in that room? I said, some fucking wacky manager. He goes, don't bring that guy. Don't bring that guy in the room. I said, yeah, I know. Because I tell him, shut the fuck up. I said, no, shut the fuck up. Keep your mouth shut. They're here to meet me. This is a meeting about, I'm about talent. You don't know. You're going to fucking say stupid shit. You look like Johnny Gombach with bulging eyes, dressed the part. You're supposed to be a manager. Oh, what? I could write a movie about this fucking guy. And his name is one of the names on Seinfeld. That's the hilarious thing. It's one of the characters on Seinfeld. That's his fucking name.
Let me tell you something. When he used to come to the set of The Longest Yard.
You remember him?
Yeah, I remember.
He's out of his mind.
I saw him afterward. I went somewhere.
He didn't get me that job. He didn't get me the job.
No, here's the funny thing. I went somewhere, and somebody I knew got up from a table and came over and said hello to me. I gave him a hug.
Right.
And where he went back to sit, that dude was there. So immediately, he came over and said hello. And
he used to stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah. I met him in church years ago. I didn't know.
Church?
This is where I fucking met him, in church. And you know, I had my suspicion about him, but I was always like, you know, always like street guys. I had this stupid way about me. Like, I was established with UTA, with legitimate fucking people, not Johnny Gumbach with bulging eyes.
Who are their other clients?
Who, him?
Yeah, who are
I was his biggest client, and he would drop my name. But you look bad if you go. Nick is with him. That doesn't look good for Nick. Nick's got to be with somebody that. When I had Marty, I had good people. You know, I walk in the room at WB, I got a deal. CBS, I got a deal. Can't bring this lunatic into a fucking meeting with CBS. They're gonna go, why are you with this man? I gotta put a cork in his mouth because he just would sound like a buffoon. He dressed like I'd yell at him. He'd go, "You always try to hurt my feelings." Robert, shut the fuck up. Shut up when you go in the room. Act the part. Play your part. Don't open your mouth. Don't get in my way. It's not about you. I'm here. I was a good pitcher back then. I knew how to fucking pitch. And then a maniac like this could fuck me up.
Look at him. Lee's going through changes.
All right.
I don't think I want to be a manager anymore.
Why not?
Let me tell you, that guy, my hair rises. You know.
You see it. I see it. You see, when I see it, you know it.
Yes.
You know it right off the bat.
I should have known better. Everybody in my life told me, why are you with him? But he was a hustler. And he would, you know, and I was, at the time I got like, you know, I'm not getting the attention, this, that. But you don't opt that way. You don't go from the major leagues to like some fucking, you know, international bullshit league playing with this guy. Because he looked bad. You know, so I figured, let me give him a chance. And then I started going to other agents. But he was just a disaster, this guy. To have him, you know, represent you, it just looked bad for you.
Sounds like Bill Murray. And what about Bob? He just kept following you even after he didn't.
You had to see his eyeballs. You had to see the eyeballs.
You had to see his eyes.
The fucking eyes.
You could tell he's
bugged out. He is fucking bugged out.
And I don't know if he was doing drugs. I don't know. I couldn't figure out if he was doing drugs.
He still calls me, you know, hey buddy, and I'm like, oh my god, because
so he had to pay restitution.
Yeah, he paid restitution. He's in Vegas now.
What's he doing in Vegas?
I don't know what the fuck he does. God bless him. I don't wish him any harm. He's not not a bad guy.
Those guys just keep going. Those guys. I was one of those guys, so I know exactly how.
You know, but I always,
mentality.
I always liked. I had an attraction to street guys. This, that. I always like lunatics, but this is business. You can't have a lunatic on your team when you try. If you're a little wild in the room, that's different. You're artistic. You're creative. They understand that. But you have your business guy who's a wackadoo that don't look good. You're like, well, why is he? That doesn't fit. Why are they together? And I used to get some weird, you know, I used to try to cover it up and play it off like, yeah, he's okay. He hustles. He's not a bad guy. He means well, you know. Right, and I'd say, take him on the side. Just
don't say
low key. Don't say nothing. Don't open.
But
it's the eyeballs that really got people.
Yeah, no, he freaked people out.
The body language. I mean, you know, he's a character that if I ever write that character, you know, into something fantastic.
Nick, let me tell you something about
fantastic.
Way before Lee, it had to be. It's 2017. This had to be 2002. I was stuck, Lee. I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I met this dude. This dude hit me up on the Hotmail. He's a record producer. He's worked with all these people. But he wants to switch into comedy. Comedy's making a comeback, brother. Mm-hmm. Let's do this comedy thing, man. I want to tape your first CD type special. I got contacts at HBO. And I was like, okay. I met him a few times. Never asked me for money or nothing. This went on for about 6 months. I'm looking at this guy one day, bro. He had no fucking teeth.
Holy shit.
He had like cracked teeth.
How many days did it take you to realize that?
I don't want to look at people, man. I would look at his eyes. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't look at his fucking mouth. He had all rotten fucking teeth. And he's telling me that he was a record producer. But now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh boy, I made a mistake. All right. He gets me a spot. There used to be a club downtown. I don't know what happened to it. They moved like 10 times. They were just fucking thieves, these people. I did a show down there one night. I did Tom Leykis.
Yeah,
you
Tom
know what,
Leykis.
Man, at the time, nobody knew who Joe Diaz was. Nobody knew who I was. But there was 40, 50 people there. This guy comes over at the end of the night, gives me like $35. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the night I get into the fight with Ernie G. It was just a horrible fucking night.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, this guy was supposed to tape both shows. He had people there. He had brothers there. Looking, dog, I'm going out of pocket for you, man. You're gonna be the first artist on my label. And he had wires and microphones. A week went by, 2 weeks went by. He finally called me back. He goes, "Can I buy you lunch tomorrow?" So the next day he tells me, "Man, I don't know how to tell you this. Something happened in that bar. The temperature just zapped the recording."
Mm-hmm. What happened?
The record, I don't know what the fuck happened. They didn't tape it.
They didn't even tape it.
They weren't taping it visually. They were taping it audially, like for a CD type thing. No.
Yeah, but there was. Listen, you know, and I should have known. I mean, I don't know what happened to me. I was at the time. I think I was a little frustrated. A couple of pilots that almost got on the air, and my agent had big clients too. He had big TV guys, Drew Carey, but he was great. We had a great. And I don't know. I just was like, all right, I'll give this guy a shot. But you let someone like that in your life. You don't let people like that. You don't let people in like that. This is business. They could screw you up. Because who you're with is a reflection on you. So you walk in the room with this guy, Johnny Gombach from he thinks he's Johnny Gombach, but he's really like a character of himself. It was just bad.
I was telling Lee before you came, we're talking about managers and agents. And I was telling Lee about when I first moved here, I had a manager. And he was the only guy that he sat me down and then he goes, "Listen, your comedy career is not going to blow up." He goes, "I can't sell you except to 3 people in this town like you." And one of them was Mitzi Shaw. He goes, "I think you should start going in for this character roles." Nick, this guy would send me in auditions those days. I couldn't handle him. I'd fall apart in the seams. Men in Black. I went in for a bunch of big movies. Rhoda Crest.
It's hard.
In the early days, I'd go in there and see
Sure.
actors. I'd shit my pants.
Yeah.
But you know what? He got me chops. And he had a plan, and his plan worked. And you know what? Years ago, when I was trying to really work hard at comedy a couple of years ago, this is the Malouk I am, I would look at comedy clubs. And if certain comics worked at that comedy club, I wouldn't work there. There's times that mid-level managers have approached me that are pretty decent, but I don't want to be with the people in their lineup. They might have a comedian. I don't want to be next to that lineup. I don't want his name and my name mentioned in the same circle.
Right.
You have to look at all those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So...
Why is an audition for like a big Men in Black movie different? I know the location's different maybe. I mean, is that it? Like the location and the people you're doing it for? Like, why is one audition different?
So let's say I go to not Hollywood Gower. Let's say I go in for a mid-level movie. I'll go on somewhere on Sunset. When I booked 18 Wheels of Justice, it was a place across the street from the strip club. What's the strip club on Sunset there? That almost burnt down. The Jews burnt it down on Christmas 3 years ago during Hanukkah, so they could have it out. It was Hanukkah. We wouldn't burn nothing down. We let the candles on. What's that on Sunset Strip, close to the Comedy Store? You can
by the
walk.
Comedy
Seventh Veil?
Is it the Seventh Veil?
The Body Shop?
No, Body Shop. It's the Body Shop.
The body. Yeah.
This place was a little building, Lee, and you went in there. You took an elevator up to the 3rd floor, and you sat in the hallway. You signed your name, and you went there. Now. Forget that shit, Lee.
Forget it.
Forget that shit, bitch. You got to drive on to Sony Studios down there, wherever the fuck it is. You got to drive on. You get out of your car. You got the sides. You got your headshot. It's a beautiful day to be alive. You're breathing fucking oxygen. On the walk there, you see shows that are taping. You're just in a different environment. You have no fucking idea. Okay? Sometimes you go to Sony and you walk past Adam Sandler's office and you keep walking. Whatever. You know what? From the minute you walk in there, your fucking adrenaline's pumping. Now you go up, you sign your name. You studied this audition for 12 fucking hours. You know it inside out. You don't have to put your fucking glasses on. That's killing me. You got to put your glasses on mid-read, you know. You have to know those lines. And you have to prepare that audition already for the second callback. So when I go in there, in those days, if I went in there for the first time, that would be the first fucking read. So think about that, Lee. Here you are walking on a fucking studio where films are shot.
Like good, because there's good studios and bad studios.
Well, no. You're on a fucking studio where films are shot. For a guy like me, that was never going to happen. That don't happen for a lot of people. Just to walk in the studio freely, to go all the way down there. I remember going in for NYPD Blue at Fox and walking all the way to the Boschko fucking building.
Wow.
But here's the beauty of it. I go all the way down there. It's a 9-page audition for a Colombian drug deal. I meet Danny Trejo at the audition, okay? On the walk out, I'm walking slow, kind of depressed, and I blew the audition. And this lady comes on, and she goes, "Are you here for the audition?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Read these lines." And the movie was Basketball, and I got 6 weeks on the fucking movie.
Really? On the Fox lot?
On the walk out of NYPD
out of that,
Blue.
That building was a cool building.
That building was tremendous.
Oh, that was
it was great.
Stevens building.
But you had to walk there.
You had to walk down.
You had to walk down, and it was
stage
8
9.
fucking miles.
It was
when
a
it's
long
when
walk.
it's 80 degrees and you got black leather on because you're playing Johnny
Right.
Bananas.
Yeah.
You got a black velour warm-up suit on and you weigh 350.
It's hot.
And you're sweating the coke and the weed and the Chinese food out of your system.
Did you read for the producers?
Okay, so I went in for NYPD Blue, and they liked me the first time. And right away, a week later, they called in for something else, for if I would read for a janitor or something. And I went in for a janitor, and I didn't get it. I wasn't Spanish enough. All right? They wanted the guy to be Puerto Rican or Dominican. I'm Cuban, dog. It's a different Spanish. I didn't get it. And then I didn't hear from them for like a month. And I get a call one day. Jeff Gatlin calls me. He goes, "Listen, I got a big fucking audition for you tomorrow. Do you have a coach?" And I go, "Fuck yeah." And he goes, "Well, get this. Jeff Gatlin loved those Latin auditions." And at the time, I was already starting to hate him. I could see that I couldn't sell him. They would say, "Thank you for coming in." And when I did go to producers, the producers would always go, "Are you even Spanish?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I go, "God damn it. God damn it."
Yeah, because they think you might be Italian, you might be
Yeah,
mafia
no.
guy.
So I get this thing, and it's a fucking Colombian drug dealer. God damn it. And it's a good one. It's like, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was like 9 pages or something.
Wow.
I go in there, Danny Trejo's there, a bunch of other Spanish dudes are there. I shit my pants when I see Danny Trejo. He's in heat.
Yeah.
What are my chances? He's in heat.
Yeah.
I've done a fucking nothing. I do spots at the Comedy Store. I went in there and just fell apart.
Well, I'm not trying to be rude, but would you and Danny Trejo go off for the same role?
They would look at everybody.
looking for every
They're
Spanish-
looking at Spanish
They
people.
look at a lot-
Okay.
they Look at a lot of people.
And Danny got it.
Really?
A warm-up suit. He wore the warm-up suit.
I think I
If
might
you
have
go
been.
back,
I think I might have been
1998.
there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah,
'Cause I remember
1997,
him.
98.
When
Yeah.
you finally went on, I wasn't there.
No, I went on years later, but I did so bad at that 9-page audition. He didn't call me in again. I went to acting class at Ivana Chubbuck, and I told the coach, "Can I go to the bathroom?"
Yeah.
And he told me, write him a letter. And I wrote him a letter, and they brought me into something, and I booked it. Let me do the shout-outs. Go ahead, my
All
brother.
right, buddy.
No, go to the bathroom over here. I got to do shout-outs anyway. Go ahead. Run. I'm off the air here.
Where's it, downstairs, Lee?
No, right next door.
Outside here.
I'm peeing a lot, maybe.
I gotta do the original shout out right here for my boys down in Midland, motherfucking Texas. To Isaac at the boys. Mike Duffy loves you guys. Take care of that cocksucker. Also to Smiles Panero, Martial Arts Chat, Dom De Niro, my main man, Matt Balthasar, Space Monkey Sean, Jacob Cabillo, Lorne Rosenka, my brother, there he is, Chris Miller, and the Dead Squad motherfucking family. Happy 2017. What's going on there, Tarzan? How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling really good.
To have you around. Kaluka Casino is sold out. It's a small room. But Cleveland, Uncle Joey's coming. I'm coming for Stipe Miocic. It's over. I said it correctly. See?
I know, you can't do that ever again.
I can't do it again.
No, it's weird. I don't like it.
I'll be there next Thursday, Friday, and fucking Saturday. Ready to rock, cocksuckers. What's going on with you, brother?
I'm doing really good, but
I could tell. You're going through changes right now.
I'm going through changes, but I really feel like you missed your calling as the member of a Cuban traveling band. I feel like that must have been the life. We were watching those videos before, and it blew my mind. And I just, like, I could do the cowbell and, like, travel the world. Like, that just seemed like you were born to do it.
Well, you keep talking that nonsense. I'm not going to give you edibles no more. Fucking people, they eat this weed, and all of a sudden they get all fucking psychological on me. So let me talk to you about something. I'm 53 years old. I went to New York City. It wasn't until I went to New Jersey where I met Italian people. I must have gone to Italian restaurants as a kid. But once I got the real fucking taste. When I went to Jersey, I think I first discovered Italian food at Catholic Church. Sister Angela and stuff like that would make the fucking lasagna, but that wasn't none. Until I moved to North Bergen, bro. And I fell in love with it. It took me away from Cuban food. It took me away from cheeseburgers. To me, I had always eaten spaghetti with meat sauce. I had never seen spaghetti with sausage, meatballs, and fucking ricotta cheese, and crushed pepper, and the cheese. And I had never seen that shit before. It blew my fucking circuitry. So for fucking 40 years, everybody tells me about their fucking, you gotta taste my grave. You gotta come over on Sunday. You gotta taste my grave. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Now, after 20 years, you're telling me you gotta taste my gravy. So what's the story? Tell me the whole fucking story about Nicky Hot Sauce.
Nicky Red Sauce.
All right, tell me the whole fucking story.
I started making this sauce and fucking around with it. And I first came out to L.A. and I started making it on my own and with sausage and pork, and it got better and better over the years.
Let's open it up. Open it up there. Let's put the Maluka on it. Fuck it.
My friends and family. And then when I did Chuck and Larry, I made some sauce for Adam. And Kevin James had some of it. And he went wild. He said, who made that? I said, I did. So then his brother told me, why don't we find a guy to mass produce it? So years ago, we actually did make the sauce.
Is this a new batch or an old batch?
No, this is brand new. This is a sample.
I'm laughing because last week my friend made a slice of pizza. Sent it to me for Christmas. While the show was going, Lee kept looking at it. It had aluminum foil on it. Lee kept looking at it. And he killed it. Like, when the show was over, he just destroyed that slice of pizza.
But we had this sauce
well, let me taste
years ago, right? No, but we used a different tomato now. This company's interested. So the guy that made it originally did a new batch of it, but it came out fresher, and I think better than it was even. And even, like my son had it, and he was like, wow, it's not your typical sauce jar. I'm not tooting my own horn. It's pretty damn good for a jar and a sauce.
Thank you, sir.
Tremendous.
I'm telling you, it's a high-end sauce. Not cheap to make it either. So,
It's really good.
very good, ain't it? Yeah.
There's the cheese in it.
What cheese?
Isn't there cheese? No?
No.
Or just high? No?
Ain't
Tastes
no
like there's
cheese in it.
Parmesan cheese, no?
This is why you eat that lizard meat, and then you don't know what it is.
So this is the Nicky Red sauce in the jar right now. What do you think? It's up there. I mean, I've tasted a bunch of high-end sauces. I think this they don't even come near this. It's fucking tremendous for a jar sauce, right?
Is it vegan? Is it gluten-free?
Well, this one's probably not gluten-free, so that's what this guy now might be a little concerned about it. But the tomato he used, this pastine tomato, gave it a fresher feel, like a lighter feel. It cooked it with a pork rib bone, but it doesn't stay in there. That's why it's got that nice flavor, because they use this pork. But we could probably make some without the rib bone. Maybe just one with the rib bone, and then the others maybe for the gluten-free people. We could make a few of those.
So rib bone is what has gluten in it?
No, it makes it not vegan.
It makes it not vegan. They don't want that. They think it's not, not healthy that way. But taste the sauce. Does this feel like pretty healthy to you? I think it does. Doesn't bother. No, I don't feel no
I don't know, let me
acid.
taste it again. What the
Taste
fuck?
it again. You don't know that.
Lee, why are you sitting there with short arms? Taste it. You over there looking at this thing, wishing you could drink this
Wanna taste
fucking
it
thing.
again?
Sure.
What, are you kidding me?
Need more bread.
I would mean just watching like a hawk to make sure you don't double dip.
Who?
Yeah, but that fucking double
what do
dip.
you mean- what do you mean
Everybody
who?
gets on me about that.
What do you mean who?
I don't mind the double dip. Everybody yells at me.
You got a double dip.
Now I'm gonna
one
have to
one?
refrigerate it, but it's all right. We opened it.
Who cares?
It's so you like it, right? It's fucking pretty good. But if we get some money behind it, we'll see. Here, Lee.
Thank
Try it
you.
again.
Oh, of course.
Now, if you just have it, you don't know that maybe it was cooked with a rib bone. To me, it tastes very, very fresh. That's what I like about it. And it's not heavy either.
No, it's
I
light.
tried it on pasta. It's like the guy he's from Connecticut. This guy, John Astorita, and called Ultimate Foods. He goes, Nick, it's one of the best. I make sauces for a lot of people. He goes, your sauce, this one, your recipe, one of the best jar sauces.
Now let me ask you this: how much money does it take to launch a company like this?
It takes a decent amount of coin.
A mil?
No, less than that, but
A half a mil.
probably, yeah.
And you get it into Whole Foods and shit
Yeah,
like that.
those kind of stores. I mean, this company that might be interested in packing it, maybe they would just give me a royalty. But if they'll do everything and put it out there, I could be like, be like the Paul Newman, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to be as big as Paul Newman, but I don't mind if they'll, give me a decent royalty, not just completely. I don't want to just give it away because it's a good product. And from this sauce, we can make 3 or 4 flavors. You need a couple of flavors to be seen. Because in the supermarket, if you have just one flavor, they'll never find you. So you got to have 3, 4, 5 flavors.
Ragu has ragu
Right.
mushroom.
Yeah, basil and tomato or
Get some
mushroom.
sauce, dog.
Yeah.
What's up with the sauce and shit? Nicky Red sauce is holding out and shit. Yeah, I feel like I'm in prison right now. Like we're eating out of a jar of bread.
I know, but it's great, right?
Party. It's
Yeah,
tremendous.
you dip the fucking sauce. You dip the bread in the. What's better than that?
You gotta have more wine, Joey.
Huh?
You should have at least a sip of wine with the sauce.
Yeah, a little vino.
What am I, fucking Johnny
Fucking
Goomba?
good. What do you
I
want,
gotta
some
try.
more?
No, I gotta try.
I'm impressed. I'm telling you. I mean, I always knew it was good, but it came out even better. Look at the color of it. The color is fucking good, right?
It's red for all the audio listeners. It's a really deep, rich red.
It's nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Tell your fans out there
it's
they
got
would love
garlic.
this Nicky Red sauce. I got
So what are the main? Can you tell some of the main ingredients?
I can't give away my recipe.
No, I never.
Well, let
asked
me
you
ask
that.
you this: you have a website and everything? Not yet.
Not yet.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know, people.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
This is good fucking sauce.
Thank you. I don't fuck around. I mean, I'm not going to put out
I
something.
got water for you. You don't have to go down deep. You just say you're not really in Cuba. We're just stimulating. You know what I'm saying? Look at you, Lee. How you feeling? What do you got planned for the weekend?
What do I got planned for? I have a little bit of work, and then
Good shit, huh?
You're not zip lining or mini bike riding?
I saw this new zip line I want to do. It's so cool. They set you up so you can go like flat, and you zip like flat like an arrow.
That's what you need.
That's
Wait
what
till Obamacare dumps you.
There's one in Dallas, but it's only thrills. I have to go there. I'm under the weight thing. It's cool.
You're never under the weight.
I am too.
Stop bullshitting. The last time you almost took the whole tree down. They threw him out and they wrote a Yahoo report on him. He yelped him. I don't want to even.
You
get
cook, Joey?
No, I'm
Nah,
terrible.
you don't do anything?
You know, man, I know how to dope up shit.
Yeah.
Like when I lived in Colorado, I'd take Prego and I'd put some meat in there, some sausage, some onions, some garlic, some wine, I just doped up shit. I don't know how to make
Let
something.
me show you this cowboy steak I made the other night. Want to see a fucking pretty steak?
Now, what's a cowboy steak?
It's like a giant ribeye. They call it they call it a tomahawk steak, but it's fucking big on a big bone, 2.5, 3 pounds. And they come out with it this time of year, like Costco had it. It's delicious. It's some fucking steak. You slice it nice and it's big, but you can't overcook it. I'll show you this thing. This thing is freaking nice. Let me
So
see.
you're a chef too.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You make the sauce. You
I mean-
act. You write. You're producing.
Yeah, I'm creative. You know,
You're
I
a
am.
father.
I'm a father. I'm many
You're a
things.
man of many
look
fucking
at that, Look
hats.
at that badass ribeye.
Oh, that thing is beautiful.
That's beautiful, right?
Show Lee, he'll fucking pass out.
I love ribeye.
I can't
No,
eat
this
steak.
is a tomahawk, Lee.
That's beautiful.
That's
Lee.
a great steak.
That's a big steak.
Oh yeah, it comes on a big stick, 2.5, 3 pounds. And then I made I made a little fazol. This came out great with the escargot. Escargot and beans.
at you.
That's
Oh
what you call pasta fazol.
Oh, I love it. I
Now
love
it's
that
pasta
shit.
fazol.
I grew
That's
up
why
on
we
that
called
shit.
it fazol.
Fazul. Pasta
Oh,
fazul.
This
With
thing,
the
this
fucking beans and the
escargot,
escargot.
that's the best.
Listen, you rub that on your herpes sores,
That's right.
you're fucking done. You got
That's
HIV,
fucking-
you eat that shit,
You eat
you're
that
done.
shit, you're done.
You want to eat a crack hooker, you eat a pasta fazul, you're done.
Now look at the
Your
sauce I
immune
made on.
system, the
I
whole
know.
fucking deal
That's what I
goes up.
need. That's why I felt
A lot
better.
of garlic in the pasta fazul.
Oh yeah. And then I made my lobster sauce the other night.
Did you?
Check this out. I kill the lobsters, then I put them right in the I buy them live. I kill them and then I put them in the sauce. And the sauce is unbelievable. It's lobster sauce. Look at that. Is that a fucking sauce or
So
what?
you put the lobsters in this sauce.
Yeah, and like that sauce.
But with
I get the
lobsters.
lobsters. I have to kill them first. I feel bad, and then I crack them open. They get all the lobster juice. Basically, just put them in the Nicky Red sauce, and it comes out like an incredible lobster.
Fra Diablo.
Oh,
tremendous.
With over linguine to die for.
With some clams, and
With a
some
little
shrimp
clams,
on
a
the
little shrimp
sides.
on the side.
Who's better than you?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Lee, nobody. Fuck
Nobody.
Viagra. You get a hard on for 10 days. You got to call the physician, the surgeon,
Yeah,
your
that-
priest.
Viagra. Oh my God, what a thing, huh?
What do you got going on for 2017? Talk to me, my brother. You got the sauce.
Got the sauce. I got this pilot I'm shooting this month. This thing called Over the Hill. That I wrote with Bentley Evans. Aida's gonna be in it. Mikey Raps. A bunch of people. Mike Starr. You might come in and do something. Got Tia Carrera in it. I got a whole bunch of people that are gonna be in it. So doing that. Then I got this movie coming out this month. Warner Brothers, The Justice League. I'm a voice. It's a big deal. Like for all these people, these comic book fans. A DC movie that I did. So that's coming out this month. And then next month there's a little thing called The Eyes that I was in that got a theatrical release. And then I'm trying to get a Southern movie off the ground. It's a faith-based movie. Nice script. I want to get into that whole freaking faith-based crowd. There's a lot of opportunities there. But I actually got a nice script called Call Me Luke. You could be good for something in it. Yeah, it's a good script. I'm trying to do that for a small budget. But I got to start, I got to make something. I mean, this other thing, I got to try to sell it. I got to get my ass, my own thing. Because, I can do it. I just need the right network, the right people to pick it up and give me a shot.
You can make a mill here, a mill there.
A mill
You're
there,
like
a
Tony
mill
and
here,
shit.
a mill there,
Lee, what's going
Yeah.
on over there? You going through changes? You're
Yeah.
eating the crust. Give him some more sauce.
Yeah.
He's over there. He's
You
dry
want some?
over
You
there.
want some more, Lee?
Sure. he does.
Sure, absolutely.
Don't make believe
Yeah.
he's shy.
Hey, you got a boyfriend? No, you ain't got a boyfriend. Why? Because you're hanging out with those lemons. They're lemons. They're coconuts. You hang out with smart people, you get smart friends. You hang out with yo-yo people, you get yo-yo friends. It's a simple mathematics. I love those lines. I always thinking about that. You ain't got a boyfriend? I'll tell you why. Because you're hanging out with coconuts. They're coconuts. They're lemons. Is that one of the best movies? Rocky, the original Rocky. It's beautiful. Like Stallone was so beautiful in that movie. Even the way he looked, everything. He was so innocent. All right, good night, Marie. There you go, Lee.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. Enjoy yourself.
Hey, pieces tossed there, Lee. Don't hang it up, cocksucker.
What's up?
Yeah,
You want
hurry
the
up with
sauce?
No,
See,
I
you
wanna-
guys are special. I brought you
I
guys
want to sit here like an
a
orphan.
fucking sample jar.
Delicious. No, that's tremendous. I
Thank
can't
you,
imagine.
man.
how-
I tell you, it's
I can't
great.
imagine how this would be on pizza.
Oh,
A nice little.
I don't know if
pizza.
you want to put that on pizza because it's so good. There's an art to making pizza, too. You know it. How you like the new haircut? I look younger, don't I? I've been going with the... Look younger with the new haircut.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it's been all those years since we did the movie.
Oh, this guy is sending me, all right, here we go. These guys were, I sent you a 20-page presentation on one of these days you'll learn to trust me. I don't trust anybody. You know, I don't know the food business. It's like Paulie goes, what do I know about the restaurant? I don't know how to make a restaurant. You got to order and eat. You know anything about this fucking joint? And he's over there, he said he could be there so much, the guy could be a stoolie. We're watching that last night with the kids, watching Goodfellas. Laughed my fucking ass off.
I
That Joe
always laugh
Pesci.
now, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm in the weeds of Secaucus. Yeah, this big prick's coming around here. I'm resting. I always say, resting? Yeah, I'm resting. I love that.
That movie, every time it
He's
comes
so
on, I stop.
good. It's
Yep.
so funny. The movie is so funny.
It's become a comedy like Scarface. When I see
Yes,
Scarface
it's like
now,
Scarface.
I
You want to
giggle my
laugh?
ass off.
You pee at lines that, where you going, man? You're chicken. I got a lot of things to do. The lines that are not even jokes,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
funny. Hey, Montana. Hey, Montana.
I want to talk to you. What I got?
You want a green card?
What do you got to do?
What do you got to do? Go to Cuba, hit the bin?
No,
Yeah.
somebody else.
Or somebody else, yeah. You tell me it'd be a pleasure to kill a communist.
If there's those movies now,
Oh,
like for me, when I see it's on, I could watch it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I get sad.
I know.
I get really sad.
I
I
know.
go, you know what? That was something that
It was great.
I still remember when that came out, going to people's houses and staying there till 8, 9 in the morning doing coke while that movie was on over and over.
You know, it's great, and it's sad too. The ending, you know, you feel bad. He go when the other night. It was on the other night, and he's telling his sister, "I'd be with you. I'd be with like a little boy." But you know, if he didn't kill Manolo, they might have killed all those chibatos. That's what my father said. My father was funny. He used to get into movies and say, "Nicholas, he should have never killed Manolo. They would have killed all those motherfuckers." You know, and it's true. He's like, he never should have killed his best friend. You know, all right, they got married. It was all a coke, you know, all that cocaine. Fucking so.
He didn't have the Nicky Red Sauce.
Yeah, Nicky
You
Red
had
Sauce.
Nicky Red Sauce.
We might-
The acidic
Nicky
from the
Red
tomatoes.
Sauce from the Totoros, from the Totoro brothers. I gotta bring Johnny into this.
Let me tell you something. If you had Nicky Red Sauce, the acid from the tomatoes kills the cocaine and makes you go to sleep.
Right. That's why you have a slice of pizza to sober up. You know why? The oil from the pizza. If you eat a slice of pizza, you won't get blasted. There's something about pizza and the oil. It'll help you not to get a hangover or get really blasted. Have a slice of pizza before you're
I
gonna
don't
drink.
know about that. I used
No.
to get coked up and eat
Really?
pizza.
Or
and I
back
still
in New
have a
York,
hangover and
the
shit.
best fucking thing would go to White Castles, get 30 belly bombs late at night. I love a White Castle.
2 of them is the limit I got.
Oh, 2?
I get 2 double steam.
We were in Seattle. Do you remember that old place, Dick's? We went up to the Dick's, but it's not bad. It ain't White Castle. White Castle, you got to get them steamed.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, you
I
do
always
it,
get
right.
2 double steamed
Yeah.
French
How
fries
many
and a
can you
Diet
eat?
Pepsi. 2.
Just 2 belly bombs?
2.
My son could probably eat like what? 10?
He's fucking young. I had friends that could eat
What?
45 of them.
15?
Yeah, he could eat.
He can eat
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
15?
When you're fucking 18, you could
Yeah.
eat 20 of those
You got a big
motherfuckers.
appetite.
I don't even want to ask how many Lee could eat.
I don't like them. I don't like onions really.
You don't like onions.
No, I don't like that.
How you feeling, brother? You all right? fading?
I'm starting to go through changes.
He's going
Yeah.
through
I
changes.
see him now, boy.
You ready for another star?
Sure, why not?
Fuck it. You're eating sauce. The sauce is fucking delicious. I can't
I'm
stop.
surprised you didn't just put them in the
It's
sauce.
delicious.
Thank
Delicious.
you.
This
Thank
is-
you. Tell your listeners, Nicky Red Sauce. Follow me. Follow me on Twitter. You know what I mean? You guys gotta. This thing is gonna be good. We need the
I'm
support.
sitting here, and I really don't like sauce that's not warm ever.
Yeah, I was gonna, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it cold.
Sometimes you have a sauce, and you could. It's too olivey. It's too of
You
this.
guys want to taste it?
It's two of that. Get
Get a
some
piece
here.
of bread.
Hurry up before I kill that motherfucker.
When I was their age, I would have never liked just tomato sauce on bread.
Oh, this is delicious.
This is how you eat, man, Lee. Eat like a champ over here.
That's good.
This is old school fucking peasant type shit.
Yeah. That's what we do, you know? Let the prosciutto out, put the mozzarella.
Bottle of wine,
Yeah, a little bottle of wine.
some water,
Some olives.
couple tuts-roots,
Tuts-roots.
some stars of
Yeah.
death.
Here you
Let
go.
me move on with our lives. We'll be back next week, people. I love you with all my fucking heart. Like I said, Calusa's sold out, but I'm in Cleveland at Hilarity starting next Thursday. Nick Turturro, once you get the sauce going, and we'll bring you back on.
All right.
It's delicious.
Thank you.
You know, I don't bring food, people. Never. Your family, you said it's the best. It's the best, Jack.
Thank you, bro.
Lee, what do you got going on this weekend? What are you going to do? You going to zip line? No long. You're not going back to Long Beach to the zoo. You left your hat.
No, I'm
You know, the traveling man this weekend.
not traveling.
All right. I love you, cocksucker. Hold on.
Thank
I
you, Joey.
was just gonna say.
Let's do real quick. Listen, people. You know I don't play games with you guys. I've had this thing for 3 months now, and I love it. HelloTushy.com.
Oh.
Why do I love it? Because it's a bidet. What does a bidet do? Let Uncle Joey tell you. It shoots hot water in your muffler. Okay? That's it. Think about that right now. Take a minute right now. Rest for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. And think of hot water sprinkling up into your muffler every morning to start your day after coffee. Because usual, all right, you sit down, you get a little coffee, you smoke a cigar, a cigarette, right? You take your hot blood pressure medication, you smoke a joint, maybe 2, and right away, you got to go to the bathroom. Right there, you go, maybe I'm missing something on the news. But when you sit down now, at the end of that 20 minutes, you just turn around, boom, and who's there for you? HelloTushy.com. Sprinkling water into your little muffler. Like a sprinkler, you know what I'm saying? It's like a sprinkler without the Mexican. Just sprinkling water into your muffler. You get up, you wipe it with their new towel. Go to HelloTushy.com. They got a little towel that's got different aromas in it. I forget what the name of it was. I used it 2 times. My wife washed it. She didn't give it back to me, but it's fucking tremendous. You understand me? It avoids bacteria. It avoids crotch rot. And just your ass won't smell no more. We all have that problem. Don't be ashamed. You know, you want to go out at 6 in the morning. You go into a bar at 8 o'clock at night. What the fuck do you think your asshole's going to smell like? It's polluted. It's polluted. It smells like Tony Montana's wife. You know what I'm saying? That's where Hello Tushy comes in. Hello Tushy's portable, and you have the 60-day guarantee. Do me a favor. Go to HelloTushy.com right now and press in.
HelloTushy.com/church, I believe.
HelloTushy.com/church and get what, Lee?
10% off.
10% off, all right? Again, you got a 60-day warranty. I love the fucking thing. They've sold thousands of them. I get emails every week. People are happy. They take pictures with the box. You'll be happy also. Also, Onnit.com, bitches. Go there right now. You're making your little resolutions. You want to eat better. You want to sling dick. It starts at Onnit.com. Whether it's the Alpha Brain or the Hemforce protein or the Mike Dolce protein or the New Mood or the Shroom Tech Sport, they got you covered. Go to Onnit.com and look at all the great supplements they have right now. Go to the box and press in.
Church.
Boom. Get 10% off. Your first order delivered right to your motherfucking door, all right? And then basically that's it. That's our show tonight. Again, go to Onnit.com and go to HelloTushy.com and press in.
Church, and on both. Church.
And get 10% off your order with a 60-day warranty. It's a beautiful thing for your asshole to be clean, all right? Have a great weekend. I love you guys. I'll see you Monday. Stay black and have a phenomenal weekend, all right? Don't forget about me.
Beautiful.